What's up? What's up, everybody? Come on in. I just need to make a quick live while I make my coffee. Just a quick live while I make my coffee this morning. Everybody, come on in real quick if you can. If not, catch the replay. Give me a second here. I just want to clear the air. Um, because I think there may be a little confusion of my involvement in things. But just come on in while I get my coffee going here. Let's see here. Where's my camera? That's what we're doing. Give me a second here. I'm almost out of caramel. Goodness gracious. And I usually put my caramel in before I run my coffee. So I always put my sugar, my cream, and then if I usually put it in before I run my coffee so that when the coffee runs in from my carrot, it melts it. But I forgot to do my caramel. But I'm gonna put some in now. Y'all bear with me just a moment. But come on in the room. Come on. In the rose bushes, because y'all know the sniper squad, we hide out in rose bushes over here. So y'all come on in the room. If you guys have a problem hearing me, let me know. I'm just trying to finish making up my coffee real quick. Because I just wanted to just bring some clarity. Because I think there may be some confusion out there. And I understand. I was just in Bama's live and I understand. Um, I didn't know I was what I was walking into. I was just taking a quick break and just speaking to Bama. And when I walked in, Bama told me thank you for joining and stuff. And she said that you know something about my name being brought up. She said, I know I brought your name. Well, I brought your name, or something like that to that effect. Don't quote me exactly on what she said, but I just wanted to come on and let me bring my little. Y'all know I do this thing exactly like. Sorry about y'all. Hear that cream? That's the sweet vanilla foam that you put on top. So good. But anyway, I'm just gonna chit chat a little bit. Not gonna stay on long, but I do think there's some confusion that I want to clear up. So, um, y'all know that I'm not in any particular sector. Oh, let me speak. I got some people speaking to me. Hey, Missy. Hey, sweetheart. How you doing, baby? Hey, Fifi. How you doing, sweetheart? Hey, Angel. Hi, sweetheart. How you doing? So I just want to clear it up because um, y'all know I'm not in any sector, right? But I do have content creators and supporters even that I support, right? Um, Everybody knows that any, and I mean any and everybody, is always welcome in my chat. Anybody. The only thing I've always asked is that content creators aren't being disrespected in the chats because they're content creators, and I just won't tolerate that. I'm sorry, I just won't tolerate it. Any content creators not to be disrespected in the chat. If you want to ask questions to them, if you want to challenge them, you can do so, but don't do it to a point that it's just degrading and disrespectful. Okay, but that's all I've always asked. I'm not in a sector. Okay, I just support people in sectors, right? And it could be any sector, right? I'm one of those people. I've always, stood by myself, except for y'all know what the background is, right? The old stuff, right? Over a year and a half ago. But outside of that, I've just been C, right? And I just roll with C and I roll who I roll with. And I like who I like and I love who I love. and I support who I support. I want to explain the situation about Bam and Mel. Okay. Now, I've never, I didn't know there was something going on between Bam and Mel. Okay. I had no idea. I don't get, like I told y'all, I find out things from who I listen to because I know that they will talk about the entire sector and things that's going on. Roz will talk about the entire sector and things that's going on. And now, since I've gotten accustomed to Fifi, will talk about what's going on, right? I don't, I don't, I don't just roam around like that. And I'm very particular about chats that I fall in. Um, Usually when content creators, when they grace my chat with their presence, I usually go and do the same because I'm not one of those people. Oh, I can't roll with this one. I can't. You come to my chat, but I can't come support you. I don't do that. If I know you're a content creator, I'm coming, and if I know you're live, I'll come in, and I will speak. Okay. Um. So when Mel went live Sunday, I had never, ever, ever been in Mel's life. I just know that Mel has always supported me. Okay. I know Mel has been in my lives before. I know Mel has supported me even on her community wall before. And I return the same because I feel like every favor deserves another. Okay. So when Mel went live Sunday, I was like, "Oh, Mel's live. I've never been in one of her lives because I didn't know would go live. I had never seen her live before. Never got any notifications. And y'all know how YouTube does sometimes. You don't even get notifications, even if follow somebody, right? So I dropped in her live, and I just saw her having a good time, and I didn't know who Luna was until people started talking in the chat, messing with him, and then I figured it out. Still, nobody told me. Y'all know I'm analytical, so I'm gonna figure shit out, right? So I figured what it was out, and so Mel was kind of trying to tell him who I was, and Mel was talking to me about, that trifling ass Avatar princess, right? That stud. Mel was talking about her bitch ass, and she was telling me, "See, fuck her." She said, "Fuck that bitch." She kept saying, "Fuck that bitch." She said, "You are beautiful." She was just encouraging me. She was like, "Fuck that bitch." And I'm about thinking about what she talking about, whatnot. So I was like, "Yeah, yeah," just laughing in the chat or whatever. So all of a sudden, I heard Luna talking about Bam, and I was kind of confused. And then I know Mel was telling him, to be quiet, don't say nothing, don't say things like that or whatever. So she was saying how much she loved Bam and this and that and the third. So I was saying in her chat, and if you watch that live, because I shared that live on my community wall, on my post wall, but I know Mel has since taken that down, right? But I didn't know that they were into anything. I never knew, y'all. I did not know until Sunday when I, Bam, you talk some stuff, mother girl. I came with you. Yeah. So anyway, I'm not looking at the chat, y'all, because I gotta keep my thoughts together. Then I'm come back and look at the chat, okay? So but I will glance back and forth. So Mel was saying, because I love Bam, and so I'm sitting there confused, right? Because I'm like, huh? So in the chat, I responded and I said, well, I thought you and Bam were good. I didn't know. I thought y'all were cool like that. And she started talking about no and this, that, and other, but she never really clearly gave, um, I would say, any details on, like, the specific details on why they weren't good anymore, right? And I had just always seen great camaraderie between the both of them. So I was really shocked. And so, y'all, when I know people are really, really good with one another, I hate to see them apart. Just being honest. I really hate to see it. When I know, now I'm not talking about if you are enemies, kind of like Ross and Shred. I'm not talking about like stuff like that. But I'm talking about when I've seen for myself and I know that you're really, really good with one another. I love that. I love it, man. I love to see it. So I said to Mel, I said, well, do you think you all will make amends? I just literally just wanted to be a catalyst for it. I was not trying to do an interview on my platform. I offered my platform as a catalyst for them to do that, right? I just wanted to be that vessel to support them doing that because it was obvious by the way that she was talking. And then once I found out in the same live Sunday who Luna was, I didn't even know who Luna was. And then she explained Luna who I was, and he was like, "I love you too, sis," da da da. Just I'm just going with the flow of the live. So she was saying that Bama was stubborn. She said Bama was stubborn. And so she said, "Well, she said, I can try to text her." She said, "But Bama's really stubborn, right?" So when she said that part, I said, "Well, maybe," I said, "would you guys be open to making, would you be open to making amends, on my platform?" I wanted to get them together. That's it. I wasn't trying to interview anybody. I wasn't trying to find out no business. I was just trying to see if I can bring those two back together because I had seen them and their, interactions with each other. I had seen it. So I was just wanting to build that back for them if I could, right? And being that I was the only content creator at that time in her chat, I was like, okay, let me see if I can help out. That was it. I wasn't trying to bring nobody on or anything. When she said but Bama was stubborn, I said, well, let me see if Bama will listen. That's all. Because sometimes, if you ever thought about it, you've ever heard the saying that sometimes, your mama can tell you something, but if somebody else outside your mama tell you something, you might listen a little better. Your family can tell you something, but if you listen, maybe some people outside of your family, you'll listen better. So I was going from that standpoint. That's it. That's all. That's it. So while Mel was live, I shared Mel's live. And I said, I love me some Mel. And I said Bama, and because I knew from Day Day and Roz that Bama had lost her channel, so I didn't have her new name to be able to, tag her, but I just said Bama because I know sometimes Bama will come over and she'll join my live, and sometimes she'll come over and she'll say things under my community post, right? So I said maybe eventually she'll see it. That was it. Okay. And I asked her if she would be willing to come on and have a conversation. Basically, in so many words, have a conversation with Mel. That's it. I was just trying to be a mediator. That's it. Because when I see true friendship and true love and support, I support that. I support it big time. I'm an advocate for it. Okay. And I believe in true loyalty. And it seems to me like that's what they had. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. That was it. So when I went live, Bama came in. I said, Bama, make sure you check out my community wall post. And she said, okay, I will. And she did. And she responded. And underneath there, I responded back to her, but she didn't know I had responded. So she didn't respond, but it was okay. It wasn't like I was going back to check the post. Oh, let me go and see if she responded. No, because I was gonna get an alert anyway. So, I left it alone. That was it. That was all. I never said anything else back about it. I never commented over on Mel's channel or post or anything. I didn't do the same for Bama, Scooty. In other words, y'all may see her in the chat as Scooty. I didn't say anything. I left it alone. So it wasn't that I don't know the dynamics of everybody's friendship on here because I'm not that deeply involved. Y'all know who I come out to rock the boat on. Let's keep it real. Y'all know who when I come live, who I come out to rock the motherfucking boat on. All right. So I'm not really that deeply involved into other community relationships. I don't know them all. I just knew Mel and Bama because Mel would share my lives. Mel would comment. Mel would come into my lives. She supported me. She always has supported me. And she's always told me, see, I love the fuck out of you. I love the fuck out of you. She always shows that, right? And I felt it was genuine. I ain't never felt nothing. Um, I would say I've never felt nothing fake about Mel. I've never felt nothing fake about Bama either. And I'm like, damn, not them two. Let me see what I could do to try to, you know what I'm saying, get them back. That was it, y'all. So I don't know about, and if y'all coming through, go ahead and tap that like, y'all, or tap the dislike. Either way, like or dislike. I don't, I don't discriminate. Either way, it'll get, you know, things into the algorithm. But that was all that happened, okay? And I just wanted to make that clear because there was nothing more to it. And TRW, I know that, in Bama's live just a little bit ago, she did say, see, I just reached out to her because as a friend, I see what TRW was coming from. She was like, okay, we're your friend. If you can't listen to us, how you gonna go listen to C? And I get that because I probably would have felt like that with the friend too. How you gonna go? But see, Bama never agreed to anything. Never, nothing was ever confirmed, and it was never going to be an interview. It was going to literally be a mediation way of them coming back together, right? Because I felt like if the breakup was public, then amend in public. That was my thought process. I think a little deeper than the surface. That was my thought process, and that's it, and that's all. Okay. Now, I want to say one thing. I'm not sure where the narrative comes from about, and I'm gonna look and read the comments in just a second, y'all, but I'm not sure where the narrative comes out about Fifi taking Bama's channel. I don't know anything about nothing about that. I do know things were said like that, and I know how Mel was very passionate with it in her live on Sunday. I just want to put this out here though. Do y'all remember a few weeks ago? And I want y'all to think about this, okay? A few weeks ago, that stud nasty avatar riding ass, no shit in that shit face pussy. Okay. She came out and said the same thing about me. She said that I was giving Fee information on the back, and I had never spoken with Fee a day in my life. So people, sometimes you can assume things and that not be the case. I'm just gonna say that. She thought just because I dropped a super chat in Fee's chat that day when one man band was going at it with the other guy because I thought it was funny as hell, and the little super sticker had the little emoji laughing. She saw that, and I guess because I had not been in Fee's chat or even in her lives, didn't know what was going on, didn't know who Fee was exposing, didn't know nothing. She put out the narrative that the information that Fee had, I gave it to her on the back end. Now, some pieces of information like pictures, I've given Fee this time, yes. And I made sure I said I did. I said it in my last live that I did. I sent, I think it was Sunday when I went live. I said, y'all see the pictures I sent. Listen, I'm not the one that's gonna say something high. I'm like, listen, let me tell you something about C. Okay. Because a lot of people still ain't learned me yet, right? Learned me yet. Okay. I am the person that I don't throw a rock and hide my hand. Whatever I do, I'm going to do it. And you're going to know that I'm doing it. Okay. You're going to know about it because I'm going to say it. Or I'm going to leave some sort of evidence that I'm doing it. But I say that to say narratives are put out all the time. Right. And people say Fee has a history. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. I just know me and Fee going at the same bitch. Then we going to ride that out. You feel me? As long as that bitch coming out here, we going to ride that bitch with her narrative and her lies. That's all I'm saying. So sometimes you can assume something, and right after that happened, I did a live the next day and said, "Hey, and if you go back and look at you can assume something and you can make what out of yourselves. Y'all already know." So sometimes, and I'm not talking about male. Don't take that lie back or truth. I'm just saying in general, we cannot always assume something because that may not be the case. That bitch assumed that about me. I had never spoken with, emailed, message, nothing with Fee a day in my life at that point. Never. You see what I'm saying? And I had to come out here and say that. And what happened? That got me back on her ass. Because I told her to leave me the fuck alone. But see, she had it out for me so bad, she was willing to come out here and make that narrative and lie on me, as she has everything else with no receipts. Okay? So we just have to be mindful, I think, in any sector, as content creators, as supporters, we just have to be mindful of the things that we think, because sometimes a lot of us are overthinkers. And I know that bitch I was with, she was definitely, she is, oh my God. She used to say, she admitted to it. I used to say, you just overthink about every damn thing. You think everybody out to get you. Bitch, everybody ain't out to get you. You feel me? So that was it, y'all. That was all. I just wanted to be a mediator. I ain't want nothing else, you know. And I just wanted to share that little bit, that, sometimes we can think something and maybe it's not that, you know. And without evidence, without proof, I don't like to roll with certain narratives, right? Y'all know I'm a receipt person, and everything I've ever said, even about that bitch over there, I have had receipts to prove it, right? I've had things to back it up. So that's all I really wanted to say. Let me catch up with my comments. Let me scroll. Give me a second. Oh, it's a lot of comments. Okay, hold on. Here I come, y'all. Um, Give me a second. Good Lord. Okay. All right. I already spoke to Bam and Fee. Bama be snapping. Still buffing. So Fee said, I'm trying to figure out where all the beef with me came from, because from my understanding from Sunday's Live, they think that I don't know why they even said it. I don't know. That's all I know. I know what you know. I don't know. Hey, Royalty Queen, how you doing, sweetheart? Uh, Fee said, Stud Muffin is funny as fuck to me. Yes. Hey, Mimi, how you doing? As soon as I pinned that, I lost my spot. God dog. I don't like this way. But I just had to grab my phone real quick and go for what I knew. Um, what's up, Black T? How you doing, sweetie? How you doing? Royalty Queen. Hey, my love. Hi, Let's Rock. How you doing? Hey. Broken, but unbroken. I know that's right. How you doing, love? Latasha Robinson. Mocha. Hey, sweetie. Hi, Starburst. How you doing, sweetheart? Hi, Tony. Happy Thursday. Hey, Day. Hey, my day boo. That's my sweetheart. That's my little baby. She remind me. Yeah, she's so intelligent and sharp. She and my daughter are around the same age. My daughter will be 27 later this year. But Day reminds me of her a lot. With her, she has what I call young wisdom, right? They'll get out here and roll out. She'll play with y'all and go off and all shit. But for real, that girl has what I call young wisdom, and my daughter possesses a lot of that. I tell y'all a lot of the time that my daughter has to balance me out a lot of the times, because baby, she know her mama, baby, she know her mama, and she's a Libra, and she know her mom as an Aries will get the fuck out there. You hear me? And so she has to balance me out sometime. Missy says real friends will make up eventually. I agree about that. I agree. Let's Rock says that was sweet of you, C and Fifi, because Bama couldn't go live, and those weirdos want to silence her. Wow. Ugh. Fifi said that part they trying to make it seem like that it's because of numbers. No, I cared about Bama saying what she had to say. Okay, this is probably something they will have to figure out within themselves. Oh yeah, at this point I think so. Because I like them both. Absolutely. See, maybe they will work it out. I believe so. I believe so. Like I said, y'all, what's today? Thursday? I made that post Sunday. I've not spoken about it. I've not spoken about it. I've not said anything about it. I've not gone back to reassure. I've not done anything. That was a one-time thing. If it didn't happen, it didn't happen, you know. Fifi said, and when I went live for Bam, I wasn't talking. I let her talk. I barely said anything. Yeah. Okay. You're right because I caught up on your live this morning. And I caught up on Day Day's live this morning as well. Missy said it's something about jumping on these panels. You ain't lying. You ain't never lied. Oh Lord. So I said I didn't watch Mel live from Sunday. I didn't know she had a channel. Yep. Because I was even asking her live. I was like, why you not monetize? She was like, and I said, well, just do it for fun like I do it, you know. Bama said stud muffin full of shit eels. Sexy Gal 48, good morning. Good morning, sweetheart. Um, yeah, yeah, Fee didn't know who I was. That's the thing. Exactly. But you know, people will make the net, you know, they will think things, and it's not that, you know. It's not that. Um, who said that Fee said, you know, she's gonna be mad at this stud muffin. I in that service. How you doing, sweetheart? And the beat goes on, and it does. And it does. Okay. Oh, Lord have mercy, y'all funny. That man child is a weirdo. Ain't she weird? Let's rock. That chick, that nigga, that nigga is weird. You hear me? Weird. Okay. Um, that's my day again. Hi, y'all, mighty peeps. How y'all doing? I want to say one thing to y'all too. Y'all, my name is CCE with an exclamation point. It's not an I. It doesn't matter because I don't care either way. Because I think it's cute when y'all add the I after the CE. But that's if you look at my name, it's actually an exclamation point. Because it's like C, you know how I be doing. How I be yelling and shit. um, let's see. Missy says, see, you know what I'm about to say. You gave her, I already know. Missy, you've always said that I gave her too much grace. You're right. And I did because I'm a lawyer person, y'all. And I really try to, sometimes, even though I know I can be a hothead sometimes, right? But at the same time, I try to refrain from, see, I've learned how to control that, right? It's all about self control. And you have to really push me to the limit to get me out there to do it. You know, I'm talking about how I do it, how I'm doing it right now. You got to really push me. And y'all know that bitch was out here talking about me for shit about 6 months, and I ain't even know it. And then gonna come out and start lying, bitch. You're weird. You are weird. Um, let's see. In his service, Bama is Scooty. That's her. She doesn't have her original channel anymore, but this is her second channel, and it's called Scooty. So if you see her in the chat, that's Bama. Okay. They tried that, but it didn't work. You're absolutely right because everybody came up with so much anger. You know, they had so much anger. And so I was so glad when I was catching up on your replay this morning. I was like, dang, they even tried it. And it didn't work because everybody came with so much of their own, I think, frustrations of trying to be heard, you know, and to speak and be heard. And so with that, it just didn't work. If you don't come with a level head and with an open mind and an open heart to receive, right? Instead of just giving out your part, it's just not gonna work. You can be on 50 million panels and it's not gonna work, you know? So you're right. Because she doesn't have any service. I hope you know now because I'm just going through the chat. She doesn't have her Bama page anymore. So her name is Scooty, okay? All right. So right, like they connected me to Fifi, and I hadn't even spoken to her. Yeah, yeah. And I think maybe sometimes people do that because of how um, Fifi runs her platform. You know how she gets information, things like that. And I think a lot of people may hold that against her because of how she runs her platform. But that's just, you know, she knows how to get her information. I feel like, you know. Um, He said, Day, how my baby Zay doing? Tell him I love him. That's why I said, Day, all that walking you did, I'm tired. Wait a minute. Day, they was walking y'all. I need to get out there and walk with Day. I ain't lying. In the service says, may I ask a question? See, yes, ma'am, you may. Please do. Please do. Hey, y'all, my chat is open. My chat is like me. It's an open book. Anybody can ask anything, okay? As long as you're respectful, you can ask anything. I mean, anything. Now, I can choose whether or not I want to answer it, but y'all, my chat is open in and everybody. I don't care what part of the sector, I don't know, or whatever, because I'm not part of no sector. I just don't be disrespectful to. All I ask again is don't be disrespectful to content creators when they come in my chat. They will not be disrespected. I don't care from what side. Just don't do that. Respectfully challenge them if you want to do that. Respectfully, if you want to ask a question, make a statement, do that. But just don't get all derogatory. Just I don't like that. I don't like that. It's not called for. Okay. But ask me a question, please do. They said he was good. I was just talking to him. He's so crazy. All right, so let me see. Thank you, Starburst. Please tap the screen twice to like. Thank you so much. Please double tap the screen to like. I'm glad you're good, Royalty Queen. I'm glad you're good. Let's see. How long has this been going on in his service? This is in his service. How long has this been going on? It seems like a very long time. It's very sad. Has How long has what been going on in his service? Clarify what you mean, baby. TRW, and you know what? As I said, coming from a standpoint of a friend, I get it. I understand it, and I probably more than likely would have asked my friend the same. I would have said, "Are you gonna go over there and talk when I'm trying to put y'all together as close friends on the back end?" I get it, but I needed to make it clear for everybody else who doesn't understand that where I was coming from, and I needed to make it clear also to her friends of where I was coming from. That's it. That's it. I get it. Trust me, I get it. Okay. Let's see here. I'm a Libra. I wish it would stop. Tell me what you mean, baby. Tell me what you mean. Any service, sweetheart. Y'all tap that thumbs up if you're coming through. Tell me what you mean, baby. Um, Les Rock said, see, as long as the drunk is involved, they will never work it out because he is so disrespectful to himself. I don't know anything about that. I don't know. I don't know. Um, Plus, not best to take on an Aries. Better understand. Wait, trying to read in the service. Plus, not best to take on an Aries. Better understand they are fire. Masters at drama. I mean, wait a minute now in the service. Now, we not no masters at no drama now. Do you mean clapping back at drama? Because you know I live a low key life. I live a low key life in the service, baby. Mhm. Well, this coffee is so good. Tastes better than the Starbucks. Y'all need to come in and make y'all coffee. Royalty Queen, I know a lot of people do it. Oh no, a lot of people do it, and that's just because they just don't read it. May not catch it all the way through, but no, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Um, this has an undertones of bitterness. A bigger person is needed in the service. Please tell me. I'm reading what you're saying, baby, but maybe I'm not down far enough, so I don't know. I just don't want to miss anybody, so I'm kind of going through my comments carefully. But just let me know what you mean, baby. let's, let's rock. Let's rock. Say it time. You trying to be more of a man than your own self is weird. Y'all know my ass silly. Hold on, hold on. Oh shit. Y'all know my ass is silly. Now let's rock. Why you say that? Why you going to say that, girl? You got tears coming out my face. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. In his service says plus others in chat enjoys drama. Yeah, everybody loves a little bit of drama every now and then. That's true. That's true. That's true. Oh my God. Oh, I got tears coming down my face, y'all. Y'all so silly. TRW, thank you. TRW says, "See you so calm. I'm loving TRW. I'm really chill, girl. And you know I've always rocked with you, girl. I'm really chill, man. I just be talking the facts, and try to bring some rationalized things to conversation. That's all. Yeah, it's just what I mean if someone brings it to you. I'm not sure. I think I'm behind on any service comments. I really want to know what she said. Scooty said, this is Bama. She said they want me to be silent, but they have so much to say. Okay. Um, TRW says, Bama, as long as I've been talking to you, I've always told you to talk your stuff. So nobody has told you to be silent. Keep it real. Wait a minute. Missy says, see, I like that mirror you have. I need that. What mirror, girl? What you talking about? What mirror you talking about, Missy? Um, Let me see. In his service. Okay, I think I'm getting to you. Okay. In his service says, I know you don't initiate it, but the motive here is to get you to react. See, you too high class for this petty stuff. In his service, nobody is being petty. Nobody. I'm not reacting to anything petty. I'm not reacting to anything bad. Okay. Bama hasn't said anything bad. TRW hasn't said anything bad. I just wanted to maybe bring a little bit more clarity to what my agenda was for Bam and Mill. Okay, nobody has said anything bad regarding me outside of that butch bitch over there. Okay, nobody else outside of her that I'm aware of has said anything bad about me. I was jumping in Bama. I got in Bama's live late this morning. She was almost about to end it when I got in there. And she just mentioned to me that, pretty much my name came up and I was just asking her questions. And she was just explaining it to me. That was it. And I was just, giving my standpoint to everybody. That's it. Yeah. Nobody's bringing me to any drama or anything like that. It's not that, okay? See, let me see, Turned Up CC. I've been getting talked about since your first live about what they talking about you for? Because you was in my chat or what? Um, like T says, TRW, I don't think she's referring to you. I think she means general. Oh, you must be talking about what Bama said. Yeah. I don't think she was talking about you either, TRW. I think Bama's talking about in general. I think she may be talking about anybody maybe that's talking about her. I don't think she's talking about you. From what I'm seeing. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. But Bama can clarify that. Um, in the service says, okay, that's who I'm referring to. Not Bam or TRW. Who though in the service? Who you referring to, babe? Wait. Oh, you talking about the butch bitch? TRW was a topic for months. Why? Because you were in my. I don't know why. Why? TRW. Why people were coming at you? Why? Um, I have no smoke with either of them, but that other one, Lord. What other one? And listen, you know you gotta, girl, you gotta give me some. I don't mind y'all dropping names in my chat. Let me see. Let me see who you talking about, baby. Danielle Berry Sports Highlights. Hi there, and happy Thursday to you. TRW says Black Tea. I was the topic for months and still is, but I said I wasn't going to respond to that idiot for 6 months. I didn't say anything. Whew, my goodness. TRW, no, I'm not talking about her, but hey, it is what it is. Oh, TRW knows you're not talking about her. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't think either. I think y'all talk in general, but because I think you guys are friends, and because it's a little ruffled or feathers or a little bit of waves in the water, if you will, I think that maybe thoughts and feelings, maybe just a little bit sensitive right now. But we know that neither one of you are talking about one another, okay? All right. Oh, the one who keeps talking, I don't care about that Bush bitch, man. That Bush, you know, hey, listen, that Bush bitch can talk all she want. That bitch talked 6 months. That bitch talked 6 months, and I didn't know about it. I don't give a fuck about her or what she's saying. I just don't want her slandering my name. You can lie all you want to. But then when that bitch say I stole and I put a post up and I hope y'all read my community wall because sometimes y'all if I can't come live or if I can't do a video, I will post on my wall. Okay. I'm gonna still engage with you. Okay. But I want anyone that has the link, the URL link, the video link, okay, and the timestamp of the video to where that bitch say I stole $3,000 from her. Because since she got money to give away, I'm coming to get it legally. Because it's one thing to lie, but it's one thing to defame. Okay. So anybody has that, please email it to me. All right. My email address is located in my bio. Just shoot me an email. All right. Or if you want to inbox me, you can do that. You can inbox me on Facebook. That's up there. On TikTok, you can DM me. Okay. I have that linked up there. If you want to send me a message via Instagram, my IG is listed there. But one thing I'm not going to tolerate is anyone defaming my character as far as stealing. Bitch, I ain't got to steal. Bitch, I come from money. I'm a rich bitch. When I came and told y'all a few months ago in that video, I'm a rich bitch, I meant that. Okay. My family got money. I grew up with money. See, that bitch ain't used to shit. So however she done scammed and got her little money. Okay. She happy. I don't have to do that. Bitch, if I need a $3,000, I know how to get it from my family. Bitch, I can go to my parents. I can go to my mom and get it. You hear me? Because I come from money. My folks got money. And I ain't talking about my folks got money, money. You hear me? And I say, money, money. Believe that. I'm a rich bitch. My dad's name was Rich. Because I done told y'all, I done gave y'all my full name. You can't dox me. I done dox myself. Okay. My dad's name is Rich. My grandfather's name was Famous. Okay. I was born to be rich and famous, bitch. I don't have to steal from nobody. I don't have to steal a piece of candy at the candy store, bitch. And never have. I didn't steal when I was a little girl. You know why? Because my folks had money. My folks built a house from the ground the late 1970s, baby, when you didn't find black families doing shit like that. You know why? Because they had money. Money, money. Okay. So I don't have to steal. So since she want to say I stole 3,000, I'm gonna come and get that more from legally. I want somebody to give me that video link because y'all know I don't watch her. I just heard about it on Fee's channel. That's what she said. I want that video link and I want the timestamp, and that's all I need from y'all. And if y'all rocking with me, even if y'all ain't rocking with me, you just don't like that bitch. Send me that shit. Send it to me. I need it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get that bitch. You hear me? I'm gonna get her. Yep. Right, right, TRW. And TRW, get that out from behind my name. I just told you, girl. That's an exclamation point. Ah, I know y'all not pussing. Y'all just made up. Get out of here. Oh, wait a minute. What TRW say? Uh, I don't want my friend to crash out. I know that's right. You don't want your friend to crash out. You a real friend, girl. That round member, I think it's in your bedroom. Oh, that mirror, girl. Girl, I got one in my living room too. Girl, inbox me. I'll tell you where I got it from. Uh, no, 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 no. The timeline, no, 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 no. In a service, the timeline was not just 6 months ago. No, I broke up with her um, late January. I think the end of January, the first of Feb, first like day or two of February, somewhere in there. I have to go back and look at the text message because that was the last text. Okay, and I can share what I said in it. And I can share that date. Okay, because y'all know data don't lie. Okay, Um, so she was out here when I broke up with her last year talking about me, okay, for 5 to 6 months. And I didn't know. So one day, Day Day went live, and Day Day was being messy, and I'm glad she was. And she was, letting me know she put my name, saying she was out there dogging me. Right? She'd been dogging me for some time. She had the Raw Squad and the Day Squad to go and send me messages to let me know that old girl had been talking about me. And I was like, huh? And I'll never forget, it was on Father's Day last year. I had no idea that bitch was talking about me like that. Had no clue. Because when I broke up with her, I left it alone. I didn't alter my community wall post because I felt like when I let her alone, I wasn't gonna bring national attention to our relationship and what was going on with. I left it alone. I didn't even change anything off my community wall. Nobody would have known. Nobody would have known because I didn't alter anything on my community wall. It still looked like we were together based upon my community wall, right? Even even at the time of 6 months when she was dogging me, even though she wasn't saying my name, everybody knew that I was the only relationship she had out here. So everybody knew who she was talking about. And some of her delusional supporters, they wanted to say that, she didn't, um, whatever. She wasn't talking about me. Well, who the fuck else she talking about? And I was the only one she dated. Come to find out, now they sounded stupid because now they found out I was the one she was talking about. So game was on at that point. Game was on. So then when I fell off, the bitch always found another reason to come in line, bring me up. She started tagging Chase name line, just all kind of lies. You've been there. You if you can't, you go look at the old videos. Some of them might be on members only, but you'll have to be a member to look at those. And they're on any level of the membership. So even if you got us one of the cheaper memberships, all of those videos are there. Okay. I'm gonna start putting some of my bigger videos on the higher tier level of memberships. But yeah, if you get a membership right now as it stands today, even if it's the cheaper one, you're welcome to go and look at all my videos that are on members only, and that will answer a lot of questions any of you have. Okay, so yeah, so I left the bitch alone, right? I got done talking about it. Well, when Fifi came out, whatever was going on that I didn't have was not aware of a few weeks ago, she started bringing my name up again in the service lying on me. She started lying on me, saying that I was giving Fifi information. I didn't even know who Fifi was. I knew who she was as far as back in the day. I subscribed to her, but I don't even remember how I subscribed back in the day to Fifi. I don't remember any history about Fifi until I started that Sunday that I watched her and sent that super sticker. And at that time, that's all I knew was Fifi had receipts. That's all I knew. I didn't know nothing else about nothing else with nobody, nothing. And I still don't. I only know about what's happening right now, right? I think her and Vias fell out, and that's all I know. I don't know about any other shit. Okay. So yeah, that bitch came and said that I was giving, and I wasn't giving her nothing. So she wanted a way to talk about me again. She wanted a way to bring my name back up again, to lie on me. And that's why I say you have to be careful thinking that people are doing certain things just because of you see their history of what they do. It could not be that. Wait on some receipts, right? Wait on some receipts or something you can prove it. I just don't believe in saying things, certain things, based off of that. But people can think how they want to think and they can feel how they want to feel. And that's absolutely okay. That's just not how I operate. Okay. All right. I hope that explains it in its service. Okay. See, stop TRW girl. Fifi. You don't know if you want to marry me or Zay. Now listen, I don't do threesomes. Ah, look at the love in the chat. What Bama say? She say, I know you. She said, I know you know I'm over here dying laughing at you, TRW. No words, you still my friend no matter what. I know that's right. I know that's right. I know that's right. I know that's right. You can't break up true friendship. That's right. And I'm believing that the other friendship y'all gonna build that back up to in due time. If y'all desire to. I believe if it was true, then it'll come back. TR Davis says that ninja be on live for hours. Right. Trying to convince people. My thing is show the receipts. Bitch, you're gonna confuse you're going to accuse me of stealing $3,000. You have no police report. You have no text messages confronting me about it. Okay. You have no emails confronting me about it. Bitch, where's your proof? Where's your proof, bitch? Hmm? And the way I'm living and the way that bitch living, man, get the fuck out of here. What I look, bitch, I came to her with money. Come on. Come on now. Come on now. She contradicts herself like a motherfucker. And if I stole money from her, don't you think she would have said over a year and a half ago? You mean to tell me it took her a whole year and a half to tell y'all that as much as she been dogging me out? She just didn't have nothing to pull out of her ass. So she thought she'd pull that out of her ass. You don't think she would have brought that out a year and a half ago? Huh? Come on now. Anything that I did, you don't think she would have already brought it out a year and a half ago? Why a year and a half later, bitch? Get the fuck out of here. Anybody believe that shit? They dumb as fuck. But I'm gonna get that bitch. If y'all can give me that shit, I'm getting that bitch. You hear me? I'm getting it. I ain't lying. I sure am. See, we'll take it out your pocket. Understand the areas they are masters at slaying dragons, bitch. Oh, what you say? What you say in the service? You better say that, girlfriend. You already know. And we don't bother people. You got to come bothering us. We don't just come out here bothering folks. We don't go in the world bothering people. But we're not gonna stand back and let you fuck with us. Aries are not gonna stand there and let you fuck with them. Ain't gonna happen. Period. We're one of the most lovable, loyal people, and we love from the core of our heart. Just don't fuck with us. That's all we ask. Don't fuck with us. We'll be in our own little world, in our own little corner. We are what you call extroverted introverts. Okay? We will be in our own little corner. We don't bother nobody. I remember she started saying you had all it right and couldn't prove none of that shit. And she's right, black tea, girl, right, right, and could never prove how I snaked her. Don't you know if I had stolen money back then, she would have said she would have been able to prove how I snaked her? Huh? Huh? Don't you know that? Her telling everyone you're a snake and so much other stuff 3 months before you even said anything. Thank you. Thank you, Black T. So who's the real snake? Huh? See, them bitches over there ain't thinking about that shit. They know it. They just want in a way to kiss up. They know it. And if you want to be real about it, since she want to talk about numbers, dear, my viewer count matches my sub count. What I mean by that is not that I'm getting the actual number of my sub count, but according to your sub count, you're not gonna get the views that match your sub count. So if I have little views, hell, I got a little channel, bitch. I mean, if I got 1,000 some views, I ain't got but 2,000 some subscribers. Look at your sub count and check your views, bitch. Why your views ain't matching your sub count or more? Why? Huh? Why? 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 Huh? There isn't anybody that I know currently, not in this sector, that has the actual um, views matching what their sub count is. So why you talking about my little views, bitch? I got your view. That bitch in here now. She been in here since I started this live. This bitch been over here. She stay on my tail. She's an obsessed bitch. She's a motherfucking stalker. And she used to hate when I used to call her that when we were together because she always stalked the shit out of my ass. I ain't lying. That bitch always snuck the shit out of my ass. Hmm. Fifi, I done told you, girl. I told you. She is bitter because you left her. See, right. It's not over to her. Correct. Correct. She's bitter. She's very bitter. Absolutely. Very, very bitter. Yep. I want the best of you can't have the best of both worlds with me, Fee. Uh. So to keep you vibrant, she must use you as content. She don't know how to move. She can't, Fee said it best. Fee said it best the other day in her life. She cannot stand rejection. And that is the truth. That bitch cannot stand rejection. She can't. Tell you. Wait a minute, Mrs. says she owes you, if anything, she owes you 3K for putting up all that. You better, come on, girl, you better say that. Girl, if you ain't never spoke truth, you spoke it then. You better say that. Hmm. Hi Jeff, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much. Um, in the service, I'm gonna go. I have no idea. I'm confused. All right. Aries are loyal to the soul. We are royalty. We really are. We really are. Stud muffin over here for sure. Leave my wife alone. Leave my wife C alone. Y'all so silly, girl. Hey, princess. How you doing, princess? Glad you stopped by, sweetheart. Uh, wait a minute. Bama says stud muffin. Stop your shit. Oh my bad. You can't. Good. You is good. You ain't got no sense. You ain't got a bit of sense. Y'all are so crazy. All right, I got about 3 minutes to be on here. Anybody have any questions? Anybody have anything they want to say? I didn't even mean to come on here that long, but I just want to say I love Mel. I love you, my baby. If you watch this replay, I love Bama. I love you, my baby. You're already here. TRW, I love you, baby. Listen, hopefully that you guys can come together. And no, it does not have to be made on the front end. Hopefully you guys can work it out on the back end. But it's going to take y'all not being stubborn. Y'all can't be stubborn. You got to have an open mind and an open heart. Just to, even if it don't, even if, listen, even if you don't make amends, just be open to listen, y'all. Be open to listen. That's it. Even if it don't, if you say, no, I've listened and I'm still not with it, fine. But don't downplay listening. Okay? I love y'all. Yes, I do too. I do too. They will work it out. Just forgive. Yeah. Yeah. And then take all the like the narratives and things out. Like you're like when I say narratives, I'm talking about like your thought process, like you thinking something happened. Maybe it really didn't happen. So go in with an open mind of that, thinking, okay, well, maybe that didn't really happen, you know, because I really don't have proof that it happened, right? So, and then just talk it out. Be open to listen. I don't care if it's 2 weeks from now, a month from now, but hopefully at some point, and I think TRW, I think you're going to be that mediator, baby. I think you're going to be that one, even if it's a month down the line to get it together. Because, but they've all got to have an open mind and an open heart to listen. Okay. And I feel like it's something that y'all can do. If y'all want to do it publicly, do it publicly. TLW, you got the platform, do it publicly. Or if y'all want to do it on the back end, do it on the back end. But don't go without some sort of closure, right? If you decide, okay, we're going to listen, but we've decided we're going to move on gracefully and peacefully, then do that. But it doesn't have to be all that it is out here. Okay. All right. Let's rock. Fee bad. She's so bad. YouTube will never. I'm not stubborn. I want all y'all not to be stubborn. I want everybody not to be stubborn. Not you, Bam. I want everybody not to be stubborn and be open to listen. Not to, just be ready to pounce on one another. Be open to listen. Be open to listen. We're always open to respond to one another, but we have to be open to listen to one another. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Be open to listen. Okay. But y'all know we're gonna support all y'all because I believe everybody in this chat loves everybody's name that I've just mentioned. We're gonna support y'all. Okay. We just want y'all to come together, love one another. And that's what it's about. Just love one another, man. Life is so short. Y'all know when I had to go out of town and I got about a minute, okay? But when I had to go out of town about a month ago, um, with family, right? I had a family emergency, right? And I had to go out of town to fly out of town. Y'all remember that? And then thought I was going to be there probably a week, and actually I ended up being there over 2 weeks, right? Um, Listen, life is short, okay? We thought things were going to be fine, and ended up things weren't fine, okay? And the last thing you want is to hear about, oh my God. That stuff we talked about, we thought about was petty. It wasn't even it wasn't even that deep, you know? I'm gonna tell you, it was an eye opener to me because I was like, oh my God, I thought they were gonna be okay, right? And they weren't okay. And I don't share a lot of my family business on here, but just know that, cherish life, y'all. Cherish each other. Because right when you think, oh, they'll be all right, they'll be fine, oh, they strong. Listen, no, you just never know. Life will shock your socks off of your feet. Believe that. Okay. All right. So thank y'all for joining me. And I look forward to seeing y'all and talk to y'all soon. Okay. You guys have a great day and a better tomorrow.